Hi guys, it's your girl Adeola Patron.
Hi guys, it's me, Mariam Musa.
And welcome back to the Debrief pod.
Woo.
Okay, before we get into the theme of this week, babe, how's your week been?
I've had the best weekend of my life. Like, when I tell you guys, I needed this weekend, and I have to say thank you because, guys, we had the best time ever. We went to the Kunbi retreat. If you guys don't know what or who Kunbi is, this is the CEO, founder herself of this amazing skincare brand. Girl, you did amazing. God. I'm so proud of you.
Oh,
like, it was
you,
such a good trip. Like,
mine's is so cute. Like, she was proper praising me throughout the trip.
Yeah,
like, and even if you had her on Snap, like when I was watching her content, every time I would watch her stories, I'll just get little butterflies of awkwardness because like the love was just make me feel a bit like,
really? No, you should be happy. Like
she was so like, good. Yeah, I'm at the community with my friend. That's what I saw when I was watching. I was like, oh, my friend. But yeah, guys, I had a retreat for my brand for a campaign that we're doing, and I had my friends come along. And it was just also supportive, and it was just such nice energy, like good content, and it was just fun, and it was meant to be a retreat, and it really did feel and give that. So I'm really like happy about that.
I love the location. We were in Devon, and one thing about Adeola, like from how long I've known her, she's always been someone that like plans stuff. I'm the friend that just sends the money and shows up. You know, there's that duo, someone will plan it. She's so freaking good. I was saying it to her, like how you're so good at creating events. Like you should think about doing that maybe in the future because her attention to detail is amazing. Just all the little things you'd think are like, say someone that's been in their brand for like 10, 20 years, she pretty much done. And I think it was really, really good. Like I'm inspired. Like I know now the levels. Like it was really, really good. You should be proud of yourself.
Guys, you know, baby CEO just trying her thing. But one thing I will say, babe. I will judge horror movies differently.
Yes, let's talk about it.
I will judge horror movies differently.
Yeah.
So guys, while we were away, you know, we love to play around. Yes. So we done the challenge, the Michael Myers challenge, where you basically get chased by Michael Myers and you have to quickly put the key into the door and close the door. And then that means you're safe before he gets you.
But, you know, we did something wrong. I realized that people...
You were running?
No. Oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
That, and we're meant to have like a bunch of keys.
Oh,
that's what. Yeah, you're meant to have a bunch of keys. I was thinking, right, and we only had one key, and we struggled that hard.
Oh yeah, because you're meant to have it in
like,
your
you're meant to, like,
key.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm not gonna lie. On my key, I only have one key.
Really, I have about 5.
Is it, babe? Yeah. That decreases your chances
100%.
of living.
It's crazy because when you're running, the running is not the problem. It's the key. Like it's the panic when you get to the door,
and it's a mind thing. So guys, I had a good distance. So I even had to run. Mine was Michael Myers. And one thing about me, I know what's not going to kill me. It's not going to be my physical strength because I've got it and I've got the speed. So I was running, and I had the key. What will get me is my mind because I looked back and then I swear to you, when you look back and you could see someone coming at you about to come and finish you, my mind just went blank for a second and I was like, am I actually going to make it? And then it's like I just thought I accept it. And then I thought, wait, hold on a moment. I am going to keep fighting. So I still tried, but I would have died.
You would have died. But it's because you looked back. You shouldn't have looked back. And I think that's the one thing you never do. When you're running, don't look back. Because that's what affects
And I'm happy it happened, babe, because now, God forbid I ever get into that situation, babe. I won't look, but I know never. It's going to get you. As much as you think, oh, let me just see if they're behind me. It throws you off.
It throws you off completely. And even like little things, we were saying how some of the people that done it left the key outside, so that just defeats the point because Michael's going to come in. So it's like I can't judge someone that
survive yours. We haven't posted everyone's video.
I didn't. No one survived.
No one survived.
It was really panicking, and sometimes it was the door. It was the door because I think my running, I had quite some seconds.
God, you had a powerful run.
But it was really fun. Like that day, I have never, I think not never, but I've cried so much because of laughter. We were just laughing
so hard. And I think we haven't had like a sleepover where we've just been sleeping with each other. Like back to back for a while. So we was just bantering in the bed. And there was even a moment we were actually looking at the Deep It comments because Maz doesn't read the comments. And I was like, babe, we're low-key illiterate.
They said that, didn't? Oh yeah, because we said literate or something.
I was trying to say, okay, we can't make the same mistake again. I was trying to say
illiterate.
No.
Literate.
reiterate. I was trying to say reiterate, yeah. And I said illiterate. And then I was like, oh, is it illiterate? And you was like, yeah, babe, yeah, it is. And then so we just went on with it. And I was saying, babe, there's been quite a few times where they keep correcting us. And we got to do better because Maz had a hosting thing, so she was proper practicing and stuff. And I was like, yeah, look at us, we're actually working. People don't know that we're actually working
towards like hosting and doing all these things.
But it was just so funny because we just found it.
And it's the way they said each word and they said what it meant. So when they said illiterate,
got
us dying.
Yeah, it was like illiterate to kind of like reinforce.
Yeah.
And then it was like illiterate when someone is like dumb.
That's what we just died.
Dying because it was like, yeah, that's us. Right, cool. Thanks, guys. We'll do better.
Yeah.
English isn't our first language.
But do you know what? I think it was I just needed a good group of girls like trip. It was so warm into the heart. Like we were so like away from outside noise.
Yes.
Like we were just invested in each other. We did painting as well.
Yeah.
There was just so many cool, fun things. And it made me realize I really want to do another sip and paint now. Like I love sip and painting.
We was like, oh my gosh, we need to do way more activities.
Yeah.
We did sip and paint. We did yoga.
Yes.
That was really nice. What else did we do?
We played spoons. We played some card games. You guys made bracelet
making, movie night, facials. It was just a nice time to be around women as well. Positive vibes.
It was a 5-hour drive, pretty much a 5-hour drive. Guys, we've done that.
Oh my god, guys, I got my money back.
Oh yeah,
the bank gave me my money back. They did take £50, like I think like admin fee, whatever, but I got £750 back.
That's
so I was
nice.
happy.
Yeah.
I've learned my lesson, don't worry. But so the theme of this week is engagement and marriages. So we've got a few stories in, and I'm nervous but excited to get into it. I just don't like when I don't like our dolls to be in some stupid situation or be getting hurt or be taken for idiot.
No, not especially now when like I feel like by now we all know how everyone should treat like a partner and stuff like that. And if you're still playing games, doing dumb stuff, it's like, grow up, seriously.
Literally. So do you want to go first, babe?
Okay, I will go first. But should we do paragraph by paragraph? Or do you think, no? Okay.
I feel like they would love the sound of your voice.
Okay, guys. So, hi girls. I just want to say how much I love your new podcast. It feels like a warm, judgment-free zone, which is exactly why I'm turning to you with this dilemma. I'm a 25-year-old British Nigerian, and my life looks pretty good on the surface. I graduated from Oxford University. I have a fantastic job that makes me the highest earner in my family. I'm engaged to the most wonderful man I've ever met. My fiance is of Chinese descent. He's thoughtful, kind, and completely open to embracing my culture. He's even learned some Yoruba phrases and willingly engages with all the Nigerian wedding traditions, including the bride price. Here's the issue. My family, especially my parents, has been nothing short of racist towards him. It began with subtle comments, my parents mispronouncing his name. One time they even joked at dinner that the food didn't contain any dogs. Ooh. My mum told me she washes the cutlery he uses multiple times because of the type of food he might eat. They even suggested that his family wear name tags to our wedding so my relatives could tell them apart. Whoa, that's part two. My dad, though, has taken it to another level. He invented fake traditions to exploit him financially. Recently, he sat me down and asked that once married and our household income increases, I could double the financial support I provide to them. My mum even once admitted to me that the only reason they accepted my Chinese groom is because the two of us would be their retirement fund. That's just unreasonable. So here I am torn between the family I love and the future I want with the man I love. I've tried to give my parents grace, knowing Nigerian parents can be traditional and sometimes, well, let's call it stuck in their ways. But at what point do I draw the line? And can I reconcile their behaviour? That's right, yeah. How can I reconcile their behaviour with my desire to stay connected to them? Should I even try? I'd love to hear your thoughts, not just as podcast host, but as people who might understand the cultural nuances. Is that nuances? Nuances. Okay. I'd love to hear your thoughts, not just as podcast host, but as people who might understand the cultural nuances at play here. Got through it, guys.
Babe,
but that's a lot.
Mad.
Yeah. I think it's a bit hypocritical for her parents to be like that, when I feel like as an African culture, we know the judgment we get. And I feel like, you know, as the race, we're not the white race. We're not inclined to be racist. Like, as in, we shouldn't be racist, as we know what it feels like to be discriminated and racist and be like, you know, being picked on and whatever. So I think her parents are taking it too far, and I think they should take a look at like themselves a bit, because what the hell? How does that make any sense?
Babe, I just feel like, do you know what? Yeah, I actually feel like as you grow up and you become an adult, you do have to take a stand with your parents sometimes.
I agree.
Like, I get there's respect and love, and obviously you love your family and they should love you back, and love also includes respect. Like, you're not a child anymore. I get when we're younger, they have to guide us and they can make decisions, but when it comes to things that is your own personal life, that's how they will just keep walking over you until you stand up for yourself. And it's not even in a disrespectful way, but it's just like putting them in their place. Like, mum, this is my husband to be. Like, you cannot keep disrespecting him and doing this racist comments, the name tags. I'm not tolerating. Like, you have to set the tone of this. I'm not tolerating this disrespect. And if it's like, well, I'm not going to talk to you until you like sort it out, and then maybe it's a week or so. If he comes around, if they do something again, I'll just pack my stuff. Okay, I've given you a warning. You've disrespected my boundary. Come on, babe, let's go. Like, I just think you have to obviously I do feel like the old generation, they are very ignorant because they are so about their culture and they think it's only the Nigerian culture and they do want you to marry into it. But sometimes you do have to teach them with pepper as well, but respect. Like, you try be respectful and give them grace to understand they're not listening. Now you have to protect your own family, because who else will?
Yeah, because you literally said it. This is going to be your family now. Like, you've left your parents' home to go be with your man. That is your one. You're now a whole. So you're going to be concerned about what goes in your household, not what goes on in the household you came from. So yeah, she needs to set her bound. I would set my boundaries, because I feel like even sometimes, if you listen, you guys know, obviously I love my mum, but my mum is someone that is also very, she has her ways of things, and we bump heads sometimes, but she's gotten a lot better. But you have to stand stern, because now you're an adult. You can't let your parents make your decisions for you all the time, because then it's like you won't ever be sure of yourself. You always kind of need your parents, or you'll be scared. Like, you get to a point like, how am I scared of my parents to tell them this, or how is this affecting this because of my parents, you know? Literally.
And if you just let things go on, it will just break through to other things. So then maybe you'll just firm it, and then you'll do the wedding, then you'll have kids, or go through how they might treat your kids, or what ways they want to bring them up. So it's like, you just have to, you know, set it now. And I think even like with my parents, like my mum would have never wanted me to move out before marriage. Like, it was always like, you have to move into your husband's home. Like, she didn't understand the whole moving out and living by yourself. But it was, I told my mum, had a conversation about it. She said she wasn't really happy with it. I just kind of just said, but mum, this is what I'm doing. Like, it's not I'm asking you. It's like this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing it. And this is the reason why I feel like it's going to make my life better. And I just started the procedure, and it's like, the love that your parents have for you, they will also accept it to, you know.
I agree.
To make you happy as well.
And so I think she should also say to her parents, how would you feel if the way you're treating my husband, I'm going to their house, their parents are treating me like that, and like, you know, just calling me names, being racist remarks. Like, you can't be one way and expect them to treat me a different way. It doesn't make sense. And I feel for her, because you'd want your family to love your partner and treat him like their own. That's the whole point. So she, like you said, like, she has to just set her ground. No parent wants to not be involved in their child's life, you know. They get to a point where they'll have to think, okay, maybe I am actually the problem here. But you have to set that, like you said, the boundary, and be like, nah, mum, dad, this is my husband now. Stop. That's so sad. I wish you the best, you know?
Yeah. Sometimes, like, some of the stories you do, I would love to know, like, updates.
Yeah, can you guys maybe
we will do a theme one day of updates.
Like our top deepest. You know, with every episode, we picked our deepest. Yeah. Then we'd be like, okay, this is what happened next. That would be good.
Okay, dilemma 2. I'm a 29-year-old woman and I've been with my fiance since we were in sixth form. We're basically high school sweethearts. We just got engaged and are planning to get married next year. But there's something I've never told him or anyone really, and it's starting to weigh on me. Since I was young, I've known that I'm attracted to both men and women. I've never acted on it or been with a woman, so I've never labelled myself as bisexual. But I've had crushes on girls before my relationship, and I've always admired women trying to be subtle here, lol. The thing is, I've kept this part of myself completely hidden, not just from my fiance, but from everyone. Coming from an African family, this is something I've never felt I could talk about ever. My question is, do I tell my fiance? I feel like I'm hiding a part of who I am, but I just don't want the judgment. I can say hand on heart that whether I tell him or not changes absolutely nothing about how I feel about him. I had the biggest crush on him in school, and as cliche as it sounds, I fall in love with him every day and I'm just in awe of him, which is why this stupid thing has eaten me up, because I've told him everything about me apart from this. I don't want to start our marriage with secrets, but this one I'm just too scared to actually say it.
Ooh, good dilemma. Oh, okay. What are your thoughts?
Babe, I don't know, babe. You've got experience in the marriage department.
Okay, so, it's a hard one because
obviously, as your husband, yeah.
I think the reason why she might be a bit on the fence of telling him is more what he might think of her, and also what his opinion of sexuality. I think that's where because I feel like your part, the African as well. So I feel like to get to the stage of fiance, your partner, know how they are. Do you know what I mean? You know what they F with, what they don't. Maybe I think there's a little bit of her. There's a little bit of her that thinks maybe he might not be cool with that. Yeah. Like she doesn't mean like, oh, now we're married, okay, I'm going to start looking at girls. Yeah. I think there's a little bit of her that might think, oh, he might not agree with that. Yeah. That's what I would think. Because I think if you're your fiance, you could tell him, like, especially to get to the fiance stage, I think you should have been able to say it. Like, because sometimes you do games where you have them open card conversations. Never have ever been with a girl, and never ever blah, blah, blah. And unfortunately, she hasn't had that with him. So I think that's what it is, personally.
Do you think as well that it might also put a seed in his head that maybe she might want to one day just explore it?
Yeah, because she hasn't.
And that would be, because that's the things, like if it was me in that position, that's one of the things I would fear. Like I don't want to unnecessarily add an insecurity in his mind now that he thinks I might have a wandering eye. Yeah. Or two, I don't want him to judge me either. Yeah. So, but
because she needs to know how comfortable he is, because some guys, not a problem, like doesn't bother them, and vice versa, whether it's the boy or the girl. Do you know what I mean? But someone might feel he might feel some kind of way about it, because he might think, well, how do I not know you're with your friend and you two aren't doing bits? Or how do I not know you're? Do you know what I mean? It's a hard conversation.
But do you feel like there's any point in saying anything if she already knows that she loves him? She's never gonna act on it anyway. Yeah, it's like, okay. Obviously, you're in with your man, you live together. Yeah. Is because, babe, I can't imagine like, oh my gosh, this big secret I'm not gonna act on it, but I just feel like I'm keeping a part of myself away from someone. Obviously, because you're in
she's okay.
Do you feel like it's mad to? Do you feel like, oh my god, I can't? You know what I mean?
Do you know what? Because she is, okay, I feel like there's categories of things, right? So, obviously she's very said, like, I'm bisexual, I like boys and girls. But
she's not, she doesn't want to call herself that, because she's never actually acted on it. Okay. But she just has found them attractive. Maybe like she has sexual fantasies, I would say, because she's trying to keep it subtle hair.
Oh, it's so hard.
But she loves her fiance. She's in awe with him. And she falls more in love with him every day, she said.
Then I don't think she needs, unless it's like a drinking game. Right, this is, okay.
Maybe she could do a drinking game.
This is what I'm thinking. Maybe they do like a never.
And you put that card
in yours.
In the slot.
And then you just say it in a way where it's like, obviously I love men, I've never, but do you know what? Maybe back in the day I might have been like, oh, let me kiss a girl, see the vibe. Yeah, then
I've been a bit curious.
Yeah, then it's like he has like a little understanding, if we ever want to spice things up, then like, do you know what I mean? But I'm just saying that could be the option.
Oh yeah, it's the option of like opening the conversation. The kind of like gauge what his reply could be.
Yeah, and how comfortable he is with you having them thoughts. Do you know what I mean? Because I think that's what it is. You want to kind of know if your fiance and your husband to be, it's okay that you've had, you've kind of fancied girls, and do you know what I mean? You just want to know. But I think, because she hasn't, in fact, if she says she's bisexual, if she's like, I'm a strong bisexual, I think, yes, you should tell your husband that. I'm not going to lie. But if it's like, I've fancied girls in the past, I've never diddle dabble, you can kind of like open the conversation. Because nothing's happened. You haven't identified. But do you think the fact that it's
bothering her so much that she does want to explore it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think you've opened that question for yourself.
I feel like there's a part of her that's thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to get married to her husband, my man. And the rest of my life, obviously you have to be committed. It's like, am I never ever going to ever experience that little fantasy in my head? Yeah. That's the vibes I'm getting. Same. So, because I just think, why do you want to share? Like, you know
there's certain things like obviously you tell your partner everything, but there's certain things I'm sure that I probably won't know, and he won't probably know, because there's just no need, because we're not going to go into that anyway. You know, we're not going to go into a marriage with that in there, right? But I think for her, there's a tingling feeling. Maybe she's like, should I tell him? But I don't think...
I think play the game.
In what way? What do you mean?
No, the drinking game. Yes, some type of game that explores that question. Like, there's all these couple games you could just have those conversations with. Gauge his vibe, and then also ask yourself, why is it you want to tell him? Is it because you feel like you're keeping something away, or do you feel like it is something that's going to constantly bother you at the back of your head throughout this marriage?
I agree.
So that's what I was saying.
Same, I agree. Good luck. I want to know the update with this one.
Yes,
because you guys get married in the end, but
babe, I think she should still marry. I don't know. I guess it depends how deep these thoughts are.
And because it's a big thing though, because coming from an African household, like our culture isn't the most like inviting to that. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's gotten a lot better, but we know our culture. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's a lot for her.
Well. Yeah. I mean, girl, I hope you find happiness either way.
Same.
But let us know if you can. Dilemma 3.
Okay. Adeola and Mariam, let me tell you how much I love this pod. Keep it up. It's a highlight of my week. Thank you. On my dilemma, one of my closest and dearest friends is a very conservative Christian. She goes to church every weekend. A key part of her church is community, and she practices celibacy. This is a key fact I will come back to. She met her fiancé at church. They're a really cute couple, but they were only together for 6 months before he proposed, and they are planning their wedding for their 1-year anniversary June this year. She asked me to be her bridesmaid, which I happily accepted, but I'm worried they haven't been together long enough to be getting married. They keep talking about how they are excited to get married, but it feels to me like they are excited to be able to date without having to be celibate, which to me is just another level of dating and not really marriage. Part of me is skeptical of her fiance, and he wasn't celibate before he met my friend. Is he just desperate to get it in? I'm not sure if we are just at the age where people are getting married quickly. We are 25, her fiance is 28. Or if this is usual for that church community. I'm not really religious like that. I live by God loves me in it vibe. Or if I have a point. If I do have a point, should I say something? I think it's just an opinion.
Yeah, I feel like don't take paracetamol for someone else's headache.
Yes,
I think during the whole, like, when your friend is dating someone, you kind of give your advice in moments when you're dating, and they've got this far. So she clearly is happy. Yeah. She wants to marry this man. She isn't skeptical. She hasn't asked you for advice or what do you think? Do you think I'm making the right decision? It's really not on you to now go and be having headache for someone else.
And she said something about how the fiance wasn't celibate before he met. I don't think that's a big deal. Yeah. Obviously, depending on how deep, but it's not a lot of people aren't virgins when they go married. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't think it's that deep. I think she shouldn't overthink it. I think she's got the best intentions for her friend. Yeah. She's like, is it too soon? Yeah. You know what I mean? But at least the guy, I know it sounds mad, but at least he's putting commitment there. Yeah. Because a lot of guys will just sleep with you and leave you and lie about, wanting to be with you forever, he's kind of putting commitment there. That's the only little thing where it's like he's being serious and intentional with where he wants to go with your friend.
Exactly. And I feel like you haven't really said much else as to why you're skeptical on this man, apart from he was celibate before and you think maybe they're getting married a bit too quickly. But is he treating her good?
Yeah.
Are they communicating well? Is she constantly happy? She's not complaining about him all the time. And like, you know, there's relationships where it's like, oh, you're complaining about your man every month. And then the 6th month, you're now saying you're proposed. Like, huh? The relationship.
6 months. But you know what? I think like sometimes some guys just know. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, do you know, like if they've been dating within that period and she's not been complaining about him every month.
She even said they're a cute couple.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not like, oh, maybe within that 6 months it's just been going so well. Yeah. They're in love.
What's stopping them?
What's stopping them? Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if they are celibate, it's kind of like, what's stopping us anyways? We want to get married. We want to be together.
Do it the right way.
Want to do the right way. And I think it's even better, not even better, but I think when you know, I think just go for it. And let's not be on the fence.
Exactly. Let's just go all in. Do you know what I mean? And I pray, just all you can do is pray it works out for them.
Yeah. And as long as they're getting counselling from elders, you don't take the headache, because the worst thing I think she could do is implement herself into something that your friend's not even questioning, and you don't want to put seeds into something that you don't need to put seeds into it. She comes to you, be like, babe, are we moving too fast? I don't know if I'm ready for this. Then yes, but this one, be happy for your friend, be there for her for the wedding, and unless she comes to you, then I think you can give. I think she could say, like, are you sure this is 6 months? Nothing's wrong with saying that, like saying to your friend, are you sure this is very soon? But support her. There's no need to be like, is it because you guys just want to have sex? Yeah,
same. So I feel like, there's no need to say anything, especially with all the points you've put. There's nothing alarming there. Should we go on to the confessionals? These were quite deep ones though.
Yeah, these were really serious, mature.
Quite hard.
Yeah, this was giving grown.
I love these dilemmas. Same. Okay, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Okay, so we had some really good dilemmas this week, so I'm really excited. But number one is definitely the deepest for me. I think like when you meet your love of your life, the person that's gonna, be your husband, the father of your kids, you really want your family to embrace them full-heartedly. And being a Nigerian girl as well, it's like we know our culture. But I feel like it's so sad that you're going through this, because, I feel like Nigerians, you can take us anywhere and we'd go with any culture. But the fact that your parents are being like low-key racist to your partner is not good. You need to like set your boundaries and make your parents realize, I'm not a child anymore. This is my husband. I'm leaving the house that you guys raised me in to go to a new house and become a wife and start my own family. I feel so sorry for her. Nothing's more uncomfortable than when your parents just are rude to your partner, or whether it's a friend, it's not nice. And I feel my heart really comes for her. Do you know what I mean? So I would definitely say that one is the deepest. And the fact that her partner has learned a little bit Yoruba, he's invited into the culture, just makes him look like he's come from a really good household. And you just feel a bit embarrassed, like, right, he's doing all this, and then my side of the family, they're doing all this weird stuff and like not embracing him, doing things like saying things about they're trying to take money. It's just a lot. And then it doesn't make us as like Nigerians look like good people. And it's like the 419, all of that is just like, it's a rep in it. So it's like, this doesn't really help our case. So I really feel for her, but this one's definitely the deepest. And I'll just say, like, keep strong, set your boundaries with your parents, and, make them realize that, no, I'm not a kid anymore and you can't disrespect my man. He is my husband. Yeah. And then the other two were just as deep, but this one I think was the deepest, because it's made an exciting point in her life for her, and her family are kind of getting in the way.
So I am going to put dilemma one as the deepest one. I think it's just so deep because it's to do with her family, and it just seems like such a... It could just carry on. Do you know what I mean? It's something that she really needs to face and address. Otherwise, it could either get deeper and deeper, or it will get better. But it's just like, I just really hope her family are open. That after she has a conversation and she lays her boundaries, I really hope her family respects it. But yeah, I'll put that as the deepest. And then second, I would put... the girl that doesn't know whether to tell her fiance. So the second one about her thoughts about women, because I feel like she's having a battle in her head, and she just seems like it's just something that's really been on her mind. So yeah, I'll put that as the second one. The third one, girl, is not really that deep, girl. Mind your business, really and truly. You have no business in that. So yeah. So the stories were quite deep, but I feel like we would have put the same one as the deepest, which is the marriage one.
Yeah.
Babe, having a racist family, and the thing is, it's so funny because I can just imagine them not thinking that they're racist.
Yeah.
They're so oblivious to it and arrogant about it. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
That was my favorite. Not my favorite one, but the one that I thought was really bad as well. And I just feel like when you're of colour, you just shouldn't be racist. Yeah. Like, no one should be racist.
No one should be racist. When you're a part of a minority that experiences it a lot, and you're on the other end to project it, it's just like, come on,
And I just think, how hard. When you have a culture, to other people, your culture might be weird, it might be off, but it's your culture. You know how we feel when someone tries to come from our culture. So you should know what it means, what another culture means to someone else.
Especially when he's trying. Like, he's really trying to integrate himself, and you're just doing
He's even learning Yoruba. Do you know people that are actually fully Nigerian that can't speak Yoruba, and he is trying to learn Yoruba? That is a good guy.
But I do one thing I don't like sometimes about culture. I do feel like sometimes they focus too much on like who you're marrying rather than is your child actually happy?
Thank you.
Is your child going into a safe home?
Yeah.
Like the things that you're concerned about, they're sitting him down talking about, he should not be paying for this and paying for that. Like, no, that's just exploiting.
Doesn't make any sense.
But yeah.
But I think these were really good. But I feel like it'll be good actually because today I feel like I've seen so much things on socials over the past week.
Socials have been hot lately.
And I feel like let's debate on which one's the deepest things that we've seen on socials.
The UK hairstylists.
Yeah.
They are coming under fire. And I'm not going to lie, as they should, because I'm not going to lie, I do feel like they do take the piss sometimes, babe. Like, I've had my issues with UK hairstylists. I've gone to I've literally had an appointment and you've had me waiting outside the shop to not even be by the shop. You're telling me someone's coming in 14 minutes. No one comes in 14 minutes. You're telling me that you don't have the key for the shop because somebody else has to go get the key for the shop. I just want my hair slayed. Why are you telling me all these issues that have nothing to do with me, but they want you to carry their issues to understand why now my hair is affected or my my customer service experience is affected? No.
Did you see the one about, Mulan's? Yeah, that was the one.
With the heating.
Yeah, that was the one. And it was so crazy because she was projecting so much, but the girl, that the actual client was like, I'm not saying that. Yeah. I didn't say that. I'm not good enough. So I didn't. And it's like, I never said that.
What are you going through, sis? Like, I never said those things.
I think the thing with businesses as well, like, obviously, like we said, it's hard. But I think there's like a basic foundation to things. Customer service is, I think, something that people miss. And I think, right, this is my opinion, I think that a lot of the youngers now, they can get away with kind of starting a business from home. Like now you don't have to get yourself a little part-time job. Before like we would find little jobs, so we'd have to learn
work experience.
Perfect, that's the word. Work experience. I think a lot of people are going into creating like businesses and like salons and things like that where they haven't actually learned basic customer services skills.
It's not just about running the business. It's like, obviously sometimes you can't help it. You might inconvenience your customer or things might not be the best, but how you handle it will go a long way.
Yeah, because I agree.
Even if the place is cold and you're like, oh my gosh, like at least have like empathy. Like someone's come to pay for a service because they want to support you. Like no one's against you if they're paying and supporting you. So
they can see your talent. Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
So to have that kind of energy, I understand that outrage because it's like, and hair appointments are not actually cheap these days either.
Yeah. They're getting so expensive. If you're paying that much for a wig install, and it's like, just make it accommodating for me.
But
make
babe,
it make
what was
sense.
killing me is like every time now when I went on my socials and I would click through like the girls, they would all be at their hairstylist showing their heater. Like, oh, hair by blah, blah, blah. I ain't cold over here. Aww. And it was like, oh my gosh, like everyone's proving that they have heating now. Aww. But it was more the customers. But I don't, someone put a tweet saying like, oh, they don't like when people use this to now like promote their own business.
Like as in,
like let's say I'm a hairstylist and I use this and that controversy and I'm like, oh yeah, well, yeah, come book me. I have heating. What do you think? Do you think that's a bit like?
Yeah, it's like while someone's
unprofessional.
Yeah, I think while someone's down, you're kicking them while you're down and uplifting yourself. That's
or is it like jumping on a trend?
Unless you directly, it's jumping on a trend. If you directly like are insulting her directly, that is you kicking someone they're down. But yeah, like you said, jumping on a trend. But yeah, I don't like, I don't know. I feel like customers, yes.
Yeah, like the customers, yeah.
But I think as business owners yourself, because it just takes one person to come for you yourself, you have a bad day. So remember, just remember that energy. I would say if you actually are a business owner, just keep out. Because you know, sometimes when you see stuff on Twitter, like sometimes brands get involved in stuff and you're thinking, why? Like, stay out of it.
Before you know it, you've caught a stray.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Because the thing is, it is easy to make mistakes in businesses, but man.
Did you see anything else this week?
No, I've been at a retreat, babe. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? I am motivated to go to the gym now.
Why?
Because Eva has shook everyone off. Eva's body, when she done the Casablanca walk with Fashion Paris week, I said, yeah, I love my stretch marks, my birth marks, but yeah, it's time to get back to the gym, baby girl. Because babe, she had the whole UK shaking. She looked amazing. Like, you know when someone goes to the gym and there's results.
Babe, that video. Oh my days. Babe, oh my goodness. She literally told me to get my ass up and go to the gym.
Did you go to the gym?
I didn't go to the gym. I need to block her. I should never see such videos like that in my life when I'm in bed eating a pack of Pringles.
Yeah. But
yeah. Anyway, she looked amazing.
Yeah, she's good.
Have you been seeing her with Ashake?
You know, I have seen it on social media. Can I tell you my opinion?
What, you think it's PR?
Yeah,
I think so. It's PR, because apparently he was with... Oh yeah, he was with... What is Ashake? He's going on a little PR with all the baddies and like the stunners, because he was with Ruby Rose, and I remember people were like, oh, how are they communicating?
And was he with India Love as well? Or was that a different artist? Like for a music video.
Oh, was it? It might have been India that I'm talking about.
Oh, not Ruby. Yeah,
maybe it was Ruby, and I mean India, not Ruby. But yeah, and then obviously seen with Eva. Yeah. But they've been seen at is it Paris Fashion Week?
Yeah, I feel like they're good friends. I feel like they both appreciate each other's
company. And I feel like they know, like Paris Fashion Week is all about taking content. So they haven't actually posted anything that...
And it's getting on papers.
Gives proper relationship vibes. They've just had matching clothes for...
I have a question.
Go on.
Would you do a PR relationship?
But a PR relationship, because all of that, what has been released so far is all based on interpretation.
Okay, but now I'm asking you.
I could do that. I could go to Paris Fashion Week.
I'm asking you, like, you actually have...
No, I wouldn't do the whole kissing stuff if I'm not actually in a relationship.
Okay.
But if it's like, go to a pair together in like matching outfits and the look is fire.
And it's kind of like people are speculating, but no one's confirming nothing.
Yeah, it's not even a speculation, like anything. It's just like, we just have matching outfits and we attend an event together, take pictures and go home. It's like, if you lot think... oh, we look good together, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the whole relationship-y, kissy, if that's for PR, then I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it, no. Fair.
I'll get caught out, babe. The camera will stop and then my face will go stiff and they'll be like, why is Adeola there? What about you? Could you do one?
I think
in another life?
Yeah, in another life, I think, yeah...
Do you know what I'm going to say? Low key, Maz has always said you would do it just for the experience.
Yeah, like definitely, guys. Listen, in this life, you got to go for what you want, and if the clout is clouting, I'm gonna take it.
So would you do the PR relationship?
Oh yeah, like I really forced. Like I really did the most.
I really forced it.
I don't care. Like if it's gonna get me on them runway.
But what about if it was someone that is just like a no, like not even your type?
As in,
like, it's not even realistic, babe. Like, it's like,
give me an example.
Like a
like a rock star or something.
Yeah, like Kourtney Kardashian's man.
Oh no, it has to be. You know when like it's like, nah, this makes
like, it makes sense. Yeah,
yeah.
Okay, if it's a case where it makes sense.
Yeah, and it's like it's actually
like it benefits possible you. And like, it benefits me.
Yeah, that's the whole point of it. It's meant to like push you both to a new level because people just love the idea of you two together. You look
and the
good
content
together.
is
the
nice.
Content, yeah. Why not? And we're not hiring anyone.
Do you know
if you made out the rules, like if you are seeing other people, make sure no one sees that.
Don't embarrass me.
Don't embarrass me.
Yeah.
Then yeah, babe. I don't see why not. And also when you're young, I don't think like when you're young, guys. Why not? Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, guys.
Yeah, guys. Short but was it? No, it wasn't short.
No, it wasn't
sweet
short
episode.
but sweet.
Sorry, but I've really enjoyed this episode today. Do you want to close it off for us, Mrs. AP? Because you always close it off for us.
Yes, I shall close it off. So, guys, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. We are en route to 15k subscribers. So make sure you subscribe and leave some comments. We love reading the comments. As you can see, we are taking it on board and we are working on our reading skills. We're working on our language. We are working on everything, you guys say.
We're really trying, guys. Honestly, like we try as hard as we can. I get nervous reading, but we're getting there.
Yes.
Obviously, if you guys are listening on audio platforms, don't forget to give us 5 stars and a cheeky review. It means the world. Guys, we will see you same time next week. Bye, dolls.
Bye.
Bye.